alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay.
Mga guys, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel guys. If you like to see the Iceland view, you can take a look into my channel. So guys, today we are going to Geysir. You know guys, what is Geysir? It is Icelandic pronunciation Geysir. The Great Geysir is a geyser in southwestern Iceland. It was the first geyser described in a printed source and first known to modern Europeans. According to Google, the history of Geysir, the research of center shows that Geysir has been active for approximately 10,000 years. The oldest accounts of hot springs at Haukadalur date back to 1294. When earthquakes in the area caused significant changes in local neighboring landscaping, create several new hot springs. Changes in the activity of geyser and the surrounding geysers are strongly related to earthquake activity. In records dated 1630, the geysers erupted so violently that the valley around them trembled. The place name Geysir has been first mentioned in written sources in 18th century, and as unusual natural phenomena were of high interest to the society during the Age of Enlightenment. The term became popular and has been used for similar hydrothermal features worldwide since then. In 1845, it reached a height of 170 meters or 560 feet. In 1846, the research of Geysir by Robert Bunsen resulted with the explanation of the mechanism of geyser activity. Measurements of Professor Bunsen in this year showed that Geysir was erupting to 45 to 54 meters or 148 into 177 feet high. You know guys, the history of recent centuries shows that earthquakes have tended to revive the activity of geyser, which then subsides again in the following years. Before 1896, Geysir was almost dormant before an earthquake that year caused eruptions to begin again, occurring several times a day, lasting up to an hour and causing spouts up to 60 meters or 200 feet in height. In 1910, it was active every 30 minutes. 5 years later, the time between the eruptions was as much as 6 hours. And in 1916, the eruptions all but ceased. In 1935, a man-made channel was dug through the silica rim around the edge of the geyser vent. This ditch caused a lowering of the water table and revival in activity. Gradually, this channel became too clogged with silica and eruptions again became rare. In 1981, the ditch was cleared again. The eruptions could be stimulated on special occasions by the addition of soap. Following environment concerns and practice of adding soap was seldom employed during the 1990s. During that time, geyser seldom erupted. When it did erupt, it was spectacular, sending boiling water, sometimes up to 70 meters or 230 feet into the air. On the Icelandic National Day, authorized government geologists would force on an eruption. A further earthquake in 2000 revived the geyser again and it reached 122 meters for 2 days, thus becoming one of the highest known geysers in history. Waimango Geyser in New Zealand erupted up to 460 meters into 1,510 feet high. but stopped erupting around 1900. Initially, eruptions were taking place on average 8 times a day. By July 2003, this activity had again decreased to around 3 times per day. The nearby geyser, Strukor, erupts much more frequently than Geysir, erupting to heights of up to 30 meters or 98 feet every few minutes. Strukor's activity has also been affected by earthquakes, although to a lesser extent than the Great Geyser. Due to its eruption frequency, online photos and videos of Strukor are regularly mislabeled as depisting geyser. There are around 30 much smaller geysers and hot pools in the area, including one called Little Geyser or Little Geyser. Descriptions of the Great Geyser and Strukor have been given in many travel guides to Iceland, published from the 18th century onwards. Together with Pingviller and Golfoss waterfall, they are part of the Golden Circle that make up the most famous tourist route in the country. Until 1894, the geyser area was owned by a local farmer. In that year, the area was sold to James Craig. Later, Lord Craigavon, a whiskey distiller from Osler, and a future Prime Minister of Northern Ireland. Initially, he erected large fences around site and entrance fee was charged for visitors wishing to view the geysers. The following year, however, Craig appeared to tire of this project and gave the area as a present to a friend, E. Craig, who dropped the entrance fees. Later, Craig's nephew, Hugh Rogers, inherited the site. In 1935, he sold site to film director Sigurdur Jónasson, who subsequently donated it to the Icelandic people in perpetuity. Yes guys, nag-wait na kami guys nang bumukal ang tubig. Yung minutes na po. Tayo natin guys na mga ilang minutes. Ito na guys. Take a few minutes guys, just wait. Ayun na siya guys, coming na coming. Ayun na guys, oh! Wow! That was excellent.
I took a video.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I got it all on video.
Let's go to other destination.
Nej, jag vet inte.
Blue lagi siya ka na disa. Yung center na yung wow! Oh, it was a nice experience. Wala na siya. Hello!
Carson Vlog.